In this video, we will continue working on our sci-fi base and add a few more elements to it. So let me go ahead and select all the other layers we had and make a new folder out of them, call it main dome, set the blending mode to normal, and above that make another folder where I'll be starting to paint in extra elements. So using a circular marquee tool, let me drag that out. Switching over to a brush, sampling colors of the current dome, now that we are calling it the main dome. Just painting in light. Now at this stage, what I'm trying to do is get a general silhouette of what structures I want to include in along with the base, and maybe give it a little bit of a lighting direction. We will be spending time on adding textures and more specific details later on. Now heading to my chalk brush and just sampling colors again directly off the current image. Let me just start painting in some structural shapes. Again, I'm quite relaxed and loose when it comes to design at this point. I'm just trying to work out a shape that I like and just indicating the sections which are getting hit by light. Some kind of platform or maybe a window. Picking another layer and using it as a clipping mask. Let's sample that strong highlight. Let me just dab it along to emphasize it a little bit more. Sampling the shadow color and adding that to our building. And again, repeating that to the highlight. So as in terms of value, both of these are similar. And by these, I mean this building which I'm currently painting and our main dome. Selecting this dark value. So going over to a polygonal lasso tool, I'm just going to draw out a shape. It's something like this, pretty simple. And let's paint a solid color in it. Again, I'm on a new layer. Let's move this layer underneath the dome. Locking the layer transparency. Just adding some color values. Now, when I add color values, I usually keep sampling just from what the image currently is or from the plate, and it works in most of the cases. Now, refining the shape. Now, I'm painting into the layer mask with a chalk brush. Now, since the client likes the city to have, say, multiple domes, we can even go ahead and add that. And they also want this to have a larger presence. So adding extra buildings is going to help us. Now, I'm going to call all of these extra buildings for now as stations. Station 1, Station 2, and maybe we can add a few more. Let's head over to this side, that is the left side of the sci-fi base. Again, using a lasso tool to get a shape and painting within it. Let me try positioning it around. Let me duplicate and put all of them into its own layer. Let's add some more to give it more of a defined silhouette. And simply using the hue saturation adjustment to lighten it, to push it behind. Now sampling that color and adding some sort of building architectural details on top. Again, all of this time we're just trying to enhance the silhouette. Switching over to an eraser tool and making my brush quite tiny. Just refine this shape. Maybe these are like slight roof differences. Adding some sort of details to the previous layer as well. Now let's add some highlights or lighting details to give it more of a form. There we go. Now these sort of lighting differences tend to quickly strike and catch the eye. Just sampling a brighter color. Switching my layers and locking it. So you can see we can add more form with this. So now between this and the next video, I'm going to go ahead and populate this sci-fi base with some more buildings or stations and organize them into the right side and the left side. And in the next video, let's pick that up and also work on some lighting.